We begin with some breaking news coming in from Goa. The Goa nightclub Curlies demolition case has now reached the Supreme Court. Senior advocate Huzaifa Ahmadi challenges the demolition order that a restaurant Curlies located on Goa's famous Anjuna beach was razed to ground earlier today over violation of environmental norms. Now that case has reached the Supreme Court. Senior advocate Huzaifa Ahmadi challenging the demolition order. These are the pictures on your screens from Goa from earlier today when that JCB machines were brought in to demolish this popular restaurant Curlies located on Goa's famous Anjuna beach. It was in news recently after Sonali Phogat was found partying at this outlet hours before her death. Now this Curlies restaurant has been demolished for alleged violation of the norms of coastal regulation zone. So environmental norms violation, that's the accusation, after which the Goa government ordered the demolition of this restaurant, which is linked to Sonali Phogat death case. The restaurant demolished over violation of CRZ norms or the coastal regulation zone norms. That's the allegation. But the big story that's coming in, the case has now reached the Supreme Court. A senior advocate has challenged the demolition order. So the Goa government has demolished the controversial nightclub Curlies at Anjuna in North Goa linked to the death of Haryana BJP leader Sonali Phogat. The nightclub allegedly violated the coastal regulation zone norms. Curlies made headlines recently after Phogat was found partying at that restaurant hours before she died. Its owner Edwin was among the 5 persons arrested in the Phogat death case and he was later granted bail.
We are providing the police protection for demolition.
Okay.
Thank you.
सर पूरा demolition कर रहे हैं क्या?
Correct. As per the order.
Okay.
करेंगे.
पूरा कर रहे हैं.
हाँ.
Neha joining us for more on this. Neha, you have reported from this club during the Sonali Phogat death investigations when the investigations were in initial stage. What are the allegations against this popular restaurant that's located on Goa's famous Anjuna beach?
Well, Rohit, yes, we're now understanding that the Curlies restaurant in Goa, happens to be in violation of the coastal regulation zone norms over there. In fact, now with this demolition coming through, it's imperative to mention that there was an order a couple of years back also, and this was in fact, challenged by Edwin Noons and Lynette Noons, both who happen to be the owners of the Curlies pub, is what, that order says over there. They challenged the matter in the NGT, and the National Green Tribunal had, in fact, dismissed this petition, allowing for the club to be demolished. It's important to mention that, yes, while, this particular demolition over here is to do only with the violation of the norms, that the Curlies pub in Goa was infamous for drug consumption. It's not just the Sonali Phogat case. Let's take this back a couple of years. In fact, even in the Scarlet case also, we saw how there was that angle of drugs that had come forth. And it's not just that. We spoke to many locals during our time in Goa as well, several of whom pointed at the fact that it's not just the Curlies pub, but many of those other pubs also, more so the Curlies pub, that, are infamous for drug consumption in that area. So, understandably so, now, of course, this demolition coming through over here on the grounds of, violation of the environment norms over there, of the coastal zone norms over there. But we'll really have to wait and see, Rohit, because this is quite interesting over here. The matter has now come to Supreme Court. It's been challenged over there, the demolition. We'll have to see how the Supreme Court, of course, now rules in this case. But boiling down to the larger aspect of, is it only the Curlies pub now that's in violation of the coastal, zone norms? That's also something, that's likely going to be argued over there, because there are several pubs, just to give you an idea of the kind of landscape over there. You have the beach, a couple of meters away from the beach, are all of these restaurants that fall in a line. So we'll have to wait and see if there are other restaurants also now that are going to be demolished on the similar charges. And if not, then, what exactly, of course, the Supreme Court is going to say. Is this really going to act as an eye-opener for all of those other pubs and clubs and, restaurants also that could possibly be in a violation of the coastal zone regulation norms? All of this we'll have to wait out for.
All right, Neha, thanks very much for joining us with those details. Some more breaking news coming in. The big story now coming in, the Supreme Court has stayed the demolition of Goa nightclub Curlies. That's the big story coming in from the Supreme Court. The top court staying the demolition of Goa nightclub Curlies. The Supreme Court directing the Curlies owners to, however, suspend the operation. So demolition has been stayed by the Supreme Court. The court directing the hotel to suspend commercial operation till the petition challenging the demolition is decided. Harish joining us for more on this. Harish, important order there coming from the Supreme Court regarding the Curlies restaurant in Goa. Give us the details.
The Supreme Court has stayed the demolition of Curlies Hotel. Supreme Court, however, directed hotel to suspend commercial operation till the petition challenging the demolition filed by the hotel is decided. And the Supreme Court has issued notice to Goa government and the GCZMA, that is the Goa Coastal Regulation Zone Authority. And the Supreme Court, so as the Goa government began demolition of Curlies restaurant linked to Sonali Phogat's death following the NGT node on September 6, the hotel authorities had rushed to Supreme Court challenging the demolition. Chief Justice of India gave an urgent hearing on mentioning itself, saying that if adjourned, property won't remain as demolition is already on and the demolished property cannot be restored. So this is an exceptional hearing. So in Mumbai, NGT had refused to grant relief to Curlies in Anjuna from a demolition order to raise structures constructed, saying it violated coastal regulation zone norms. Curlies, now infamous for the murder of Sonali Phogat, faces demolition for a major portion after the tribunal's latest order. The demolition was being done by Goa Coastal Zone Management Authority. The restaurant had told court that they were not given proper hearing, given proper hearing by the NGT, and it was a violation of principle of natural justice. So big relief coming in for the Curlies Hotel here, as Supreme Court has stayed the demolition as of now and has kept the matter for further hearing next Friday. Back to the studio.
All right, Harish, thanks very much for joining us with those details. So Harish reporting the big story of the hour, the Supreme Court staying the demolition of Curlies Hotel in Goa, however, directing the hotel to suspend the commercial operation till the petition challenging the demolition is decided. Supreme Court issuing the notice to Goa government and Goa Coastal Zone Authority there. And also Supreme Court saying that it will take up the matter on the 16th of September. So a big relief there for the Curlies Hotel. The demolition has currently been stayed. The matter has been posted for the 16th of this month now. The Supreme Court, however, is directing the hotel to suspend commercial operations till the petition challenging the demolition is decided. So relief there for the Curlies Hotel, which was facing demolition. These are the pictures from earlier in the day when the JCB machines arrived there and began demolition of the Goa Curlies Hotel over alleged violation of coastal zone regulatory norms. Those JCB machines coming there at the Curlies hotels after the Goa government ordered the demolition of Curlies Hotel. Now Supreme Court staying the demolition of the Curlies Hotel and suspending and directing the hotel to suspend commercial operations till the petition is decided. Issuing the notice to Goa government and the Coastal Zone Management Authority, and Supreme Court also to take up that matter on the 16th of September. Harish, still with us. Harish, what is the petition that has challenged this demolition said? All right, we'll try and get back to Harish in just a bit, but that's the big story that's coming in from the Supreme Court as far as this Goa Hotel Curlies is there. This hotel is located on the Anjuna Beach, a popular joint there, popular hotel there, but it has been ordered to be demolished by the Goa government for violation of environment norms. Now, there is a petition in the Supreme Court that was filed a short while back challenging that demolition. Now, the Supreme Court staying the demolition of the hotel and posting the matter on the 16th of September. Neha joining us for more on this. Neha, tell us, how did this hotel come to limelight, particularly when that Phogat case emerged, the Phogat murder mystery, that the investigations into that began?
in fact, the Curlies pub has been infamous for quite some time, is what, we've known. It's not just the Sonali Phogat case. Prior to that also, there have been several instances where, the pub, in fact, has been involved in instances with, drug consumption. So this time around, what we actually, know is that one of the accused in the Sonali Phogat case happens to be the owner of the Curlies pub, Edwin Noons over there. And, after his arrest is when we saw things coming into light a little bit more. There was clarity. There were two cases that were registered where in one, in fact, the owner of the pub, Curlies pub, Edwin, was actually named. That was later challenged by them in court, saying that he's not the actual owner, but a person by name Lynette Noons happens to be the owner, his sister. Now, also imperative to mention over here that it was during this entire Sonali Phogat case that this pub, that this pub's name again had come forth, because this was the last place that she was seen partying at, and also the accused over there had admitted to administering her drugs in this very premises of this club, and which is why the owner also was later picked up. That's not all. We also know that the accused over there admitted to even hiding some drugs in the restroom of this very establishment, which was later again seized by the police. We were reporting from there where we saw how the entire, washroom itself had been sealed off for evidence over there, which was later collected and, found by the police. So, a big decision, of course, over here coming in from the Supreme Court as well, having stayed this demolition of the establishment.
All right, Neha, thanks very much for joining us with those details. So, big decision coming from the Supreme Court staying the demolition of Curlies Hotel. As Goa government began demolishing the Curlies restaurant linked to Sonali Phogat's death following the NGT nod on the 6th of September. The hotel authorities rushed to the Supreme Court challenging that demolition. The Chief Justice of India gave urgent hearing on mentioning it. On mentioning itself, saying that if adjourned, this property won't remain as demolition is already on. That's what the petition argued. The Green Tribunal had refused to grant relief to Curlies in Anjuna from a demolition order to raise the structure constructed, saying that it violated coastal regulation zone norms. Curlies, now infamous for the murder of Sonali Phogat. In that murder investigation, that name came up of this hotel. It faced demolition of major portions after the tribunal's latest order. The demolition was being done by the Goa Coastal Zone Management Authority. The restaurant said that they were not given a proper hearing by the NGT, and also argued that it was a violation of principle of natural justice. So now a big relief for Curlies Hotel from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court staying the demolition.